What's good, YouTube? It's August 13th. Let's see if we can catch a trade today. So, on Forex Factory, let me refresh. We have yellow folder news at 7 a.m. But other than that, I should be off the charts before 9:30. So, this 9:30 crude oil news shouldn't really do anything for me, and I don't think this yellow folder news will do anything for me either. And all this other news is way past my session. So now I usually do my analysis 30 minutes before. Let's see what I see on the weekly. I've been looking at gold, Euro USD, and GU. And at the moment, what catches my eye is really GU at the moment, and possibly Euro USD on the 4-hour. We're really in this consolidation on gold, so I try to stay away from pairs that are just consolidating, because you never know. Seems like it's heading up right now. Looks like it broke structure to the upside, but we have these gaps. So we could end up coming up here, taking out all this previous structure. But we'll see what that does. But I'm liking this pair right here. Euro USD. See, we have this fair value gap that's pretty nice on the 1 hour. Let me go back to the daily for y'all. We are in an uptrend. We have inversed this gap, so this is leaning even more to my bullish bias for Euro USD. I kind of want to see price retrace a little more to this fair value gap for me to be able to take some shorts. And let me see. Yeah, it's this fair value gap's in discount. So if price can come down here and get in this fair value gap and touch discount, then I will be more than happy to look more into this trade. Let me see what I see on GU. Right now we're just heading up on the 1 hour. Right, we're just heading up. We're just placing. We have created fair value gaps, but it doesn't look like price is pulling back as much as Euro USD. So this pair, I don't know what I said at the beginning, but this pair right here is looking the best for me right now. If everything follows through, then I'll be more inclined to take a trade. But yeah, that's what I'm looking at. That's what I'm looking at right now. Let me go to the 15-minute. And we have all this low structured liquidity down here, but I don't think that price wants to tap into that. But I don't know. We just gonna have to see what price wants to do. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, everybody's in a solid uptrend, but gold. I mean, gold is breaking structure, and this right here. This is a 50 EMA. I do use the 50 EMA. I know people talk a lot about indicators, but I don't revolve my trading around this indicator. If I'm being honest, it's just kind of like in a way, it's kind of like another confluence, just to show me like what the trend is doing. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, yeah, I mean, Yeah, it looks like it's heading down. Oh, okay. I'm kind of liking this on gold. I didn't see this at first. Let me see what the higher time frame. Yeah, the higher time frame didn't give me a gap, but the 30-minute did. We already tapped into this gap. Looks like price is heading towards it right now, actually. So we got two pairs. We got two pairs that I'm looking at right now. GU. It already tapped into this gap and it looks like it's pushing up. Not really interested in GU. It looks like the move is already happening. Looks like the move is already happening. So we continue to displace on the hourly. Yeah, this is good. This is good. The 30-minute fair value gap is also the hourly. That's even better. That's even better. What session is this? This is New York session. We broke past New York session's high yesterday. Okay, this is looking good. This is looking good. On the lower time frame, if I can see another sweep of liquidity in low time frame, another low time frame confluence, maybe another fair value gap or something like that, or you know what I'm saying, anything like that, any 5-minute confluence really. I try to focus mostly on fair value gaps and liquidity, but you know, if another confluence is there, like an inverse or an order block, then I might get in. It's not my main strategy, and it's not mainly what I choose to trade. But we'll just see. If I like it, I like it. Looks like price is kind of leaving. That's what it looks like. This my first video, but I will try to do these trade breakdowns or like live trades daily. I won't necessarily have trade breakdowns unless I take a trade without y'all. Then and if that's the case, then I'll break down the trade with y'all. But other than that, yeah, I'm gonna be, cutting through the video and showing y'all like the trades that I take. 15 minutes left on this 30-minute candle. Let me see our targets. Where are our draws? On Euro, our draws are pretty far, bro. I don't like that. We have equal highs though, kind of. I like that a little bit. Yeah, our draws are kind of far. But with this, our draws are relatively close. Gold for my draws. Gold is a lot better for my draws. I'm not gonna lie. Is this equal highs? Relatively equal highs. Yeah, we have pretty good draws for sell or buys. Price swept sell side liquidity right here and right here. But what is this session? This is New York session. We swept New York liquidity. London tried to go lower, but buyers stepped in. We swept sell side right here and right here. Yeah, so we're sweeping liquidity. We're displacing higher, so that's another confluence for me. We're sweeping liquidity, and we're heading higher. It looks like it's going up without me. I might not have a trade today. It would be nice if price was to come back to this fair value gap, but it looks like it just barely missed me by like 20 points or so. If I could have price come down to this fair value gap, I'll be interested. I'll be interested in G. I doubt that we're going to have a major push to this downside. We made a lower high on GU, we might be able to get price to come down to this hourly fair value gap, which is also in discount. If it ends up coming down slightly, like to this fair value gap, I don't think that I'll be able to get in. I'll have to see how it comes into how it delivers into this fair value gap. But yeah, all these assets look like they're leaving without me. The session hasn't even opened yet. Let me make sure we have no news once again. We do have 7 a.m. news. Yellow folder though. I forgot about news just like that. Dang. Alright, we got 4 more minutes on this candle. I would like for price to come into this gap, but if it doesn't, and it inverses this one, and I can find a lower time frame confluence, I'll still be inclined to take this trade. Just because price didn't hit this 30-minute fair value gap doesn't mean it's completely over. We are displacing higher. Do we sweep liquidity though? Okay, market is open. Price came down and took all this liquidity right here. All this liquidity price came and took with this candle. Then we pushed up, came down, and pushed up again. And we displaced upwards, creating this 5-minute gap. The price could come back to it. That would be nice. Yeah, I don't like how we're reacting off of this gap right here. And GU is just pushing up. Yeah. Aiming for these highs right here. So there's no reason to get in. The move is already happening. For gold, we did not sweep liquidity. That's a big thing for me, because if we don't sweep liquidity, price is gonna run out of money to make that move higher. Price failed to displace higher. Price is really fluctuating right here for market open. 30 seconds left. Well, it looks like price inversed this gap. I don't like that. Price inverse this gap. So I'm gonna have to wait for another gap to form, or else my bias will be incorrect. I don't want price closing in this gap. It's like we came all the way down, but we do have a liquidity sweep. Hopefully price could give a good reversal, a V-shaped reversal. That's all I can ask for. On the 1 minute, it's a nice liquidity sweep. Looks like we're heading even farther though. I don't like how it's just heading down and we're not getting no sort of retracement. Price can't be heading to this fair value gap. No, this is more. It's looking like more than just a liquidity sweep or retracement. It's looking like price wants to continue lower. If we can get a market structure shift off of this, because this is a 15-minute fair value gap. Okay, we're getting some retracement, some rejection from this level here. Let's see how the 5 is looking. Yeah, if we can get a break of structure, through here, and if we can come back into this range and close these fair value gaps, then I would love that. But let's just see. Euro USD price starting off in the opposite trend direction. We still haven't swept any 5-minute liquidity. We inversed all these fair value gaps. If we can get a close above here, I'm not even looking at this pair, but I need a close above here. if I want to consider it. This was a pretty big push down. Looks like we couldn't get the push above. We right on that EMA, and we're still in this 30-minute fair value gap. The 15-minute and the 30-minute are sort of the same with the gaps. I want to see a closure outside of this gap, or no lower than this line. Let me check my bias one more time. This price wants to come and take out all this liquidity. London low, London high, Asia low, and this is just a draw. So is this. Price is flipping on me. I switched my bias. Possibly we want to go lower, right? We're just placing down. So I switched my bias. When price comes back here, I'll be in this trade, putting my stops here and targeting down here. Market structure is everything, y'all, for real. I'm not in this trade. If we end up passing this line, then I'll be selling right here. If we end up passing this line, then I'll be selling. But it's looking like we might invalidate this fair value gap. My bias was firm bullish. Now it's loose because we came all the way down here. Like, I didn't expect this liquidity sweep. I expected price to come down here. I expected price to come down here and just take this liquidity, but and retrace back up, but we came all the way down and displaced. Like, yeah, it's looking like bias is pretty bearish, actually. I might not end up taking a trade. Price is acting like it doesn't know what it wants to do right here. But I do have a limit. If we can get out of this fair value gap, I don't like how we closed all the way in there. Makes me question my bias. I might get filled in. Alright, I've been filled. I am now in shorts. Put my stops. Put my stops above this swing. Actually, no. I'm gonna put my stops here. So yeah, I'm in shorts right now. We're creating lower highs and lower lows. So right now this is a downtrend, and we swept liquidity right here without displacing. Price came back into this fair value gap. We came deep, but I think price is going to come down, possibly even here. It makes sense though, because these draws were pretty far away. I sold in premium, so I mean, I'm really not complaining about this trade. Let me see my my OTE. And price hit the OTE. Okay, yeah, so I'm confident in this trade. I'm confident that this trade wants to go lower. We hit the OTE, and I sold in premium, and we had this fair value gap. Price did come deep into, but I still feel like it'll respect. And if this trade doesn't end up hitting, I mean, it is what it is. This is a nasty rejection wick, though. Let me see what USD is doing. It's kind of just consolidating the same, but it doesn't look like we're going higher. I need you to move price. I'm not gonna lie, one way or the other. I am coming off a small little L yesterday. My Monday was break even. Yesterday I took a small L, and today, let's see. Since we have this, let me get rid of this fair value gap for y'all. But this fair value gap, see, with fair value gaps, you could place them right at the fair value gap a little bit before. You could place it on this candle. See, me personally, I place it on the wicks, or if I have like bodies like these, body closes, I usually put them on there just for extra room. But I think the stop loss would be way too wide if I put it at this swing. Wow, this is a pretty slow day. I don't need you to go up there, Price. I'm not gonna lie. What is Euro USD is dropping? If Euro USD is dropping, bro, I'm pretty confident gold's gonna drop. Yeah. Bro, this is the longest trade ever. All this liquidity down here that hasn't been swept. Like, okay, so on the daily, price got into this daily fair value gap. We didn't displace past this Tuesday candle, but this Tuesday candle is not displacing, or this Wednesday candle is not displacing past this. So this could be a potential reversal. We came all the way up here and retraced all the way back down. So we could end up continuing down. Might be getting stopped out here, y'all. Price coming right on the EMA too. Whenever price gets on the EMA, is when you gotta really lock in, because price could either reject from it or shoot right through it. So it looks like it's really rejecting it, but let me not speak too soon. What are we doing on the 1 minute? Okay, we just inversed this fair value gap on the 1 minute. We should get to dropping now. That's what I like to see. I'm taking partials down here. I'm taking partials right here. And this is also where I'm going break even. Bro, this has got to be one of the longest trades. I like that little push. That was a nice little push. Okay. We're so close to taking partials, bro. Okay. I'm break even now. I'm gonna get break even once again, or hit TV. It's looking like I'll get hit with the break even once again though. Hopefully we could get one last leg down. I don't need any more retracement from you, Price. I just need you to go down. Yeah, we definitely chose the wrong pair to trade today. This shit is moving terribly. Looking like I might go break even. Alright. Price just hit my break even. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and let me know if y'all have any questions on my strategy, on how I did my analysis, anything like that. I would love to help. I'm gonna catch y'all boys in the next one.